Wanted to test this new mic I got, so figured I'll just do my makeup with you. Get ready with me. Uh, Always and forever, first and foremost, cream eyeliner in the waterline. I will never not wear this. It's been probably over a decade. She's the real deal. Yeah, yeah. And hydrating primer. And I'm gonna do the basic, the standard um, eavesdrop. I feel like this color was made for me. This is number 6, and it's like it's exact. A little bit. So I wanted to use the Sephora collection. There's a new Sephora collection concealer, and it's a glow concealer, and I feel like they've just always needed that, and super glad it exists now. Um, and I bought it for myself online, and didn't pick the right color somehow, which kind of made me laugh because when I did when I worked for Sephora and I did the live chat on Sephora.com, it was literally my job to pick shades for people I had never met and sometimes couldn't even see. And here I am now knowing that most of those people probably got a terrible match. And because I can't even pick her for myself from Sephora collection. Like, I should know. I should have just known what those shades were already, but okay, whatever. And I mean, honestly, my defense, it was really hard to match these people. It was really hard. Anyway, I find if I do a little the Rare Beauty brightener underneath, then the concealer shade is really fine. So it's fine. But it was really hard to match these people online. Like, I mean, they would either send me a picture of themselves, which was now, well, first of all, when you take a picture of your skin, it's literally no longer the color of your skin. Like, it's just not. And then also, depending on what settings were on your camera, like what lighting you're in, like what filters you use. It was absurd. And then not only that, but then it's now traveling like through cyberspace and um coming on now. I'm looking at it on also on a screen. I mean, it's so distorted. It's so distorted. There's no way it's even close to your skin tone. And I would literally just be sent these like random pictures, or they would tell me a shade of foundation or concealer that they would wear like in a different brand, and I had to somehow go on the website and like use that shade and just say like, okay, fine, like you were Madeline in NARS, and so now you're 4 in Charlotte Tilbury. Here you go. This is your shade. And these people would be like, okay, but like, what's the name of it? And I'd be like, well, it's it's 4. It's called 4. Like, but what color is that? I don't know what color it is, but Charlotte Tilbury is referring to it as number 4. It's a similar color to Madeline in NARS. I think. I think. Are you sure? No, I'm not sure. Like, well, it's the closest shade to Madeline. Are you sure? No. Nope. Literally, real talk. I actually have no idea. I'm not in the store. I don't know. Also, I don't even know if Madeline was like the best color for you because, like, again, I don't know you. I can't see you. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know. So it was impossible. And it was my job. And then I had to convince them to like actually buy it. And they were like, well, I'll just go to the store. Well, that's probably your best bet. Like, good luck. So, yeah, but I just wonder now. That was, I mean, that was absolutely the worst job I think that I've ever had in my adult life. Like, real talk, that was, I mean, it was painful. It was painful. Like, every single moment of every single day, I absolutely loathed it. And like, it's one thing you work in a store and like, people come in, and I already worked in retail for, I was at Sephora for 15 years. And then I was in retail before that for several years. I don't know, maybe another five. So like 20 years of retail. I know that like people are just not so bright, and I get it. And, I've seen it all, I've heard it all. But like, there's something about like the anonymity now that like any dumbass from the internet can now like just open up a chat box and just start bothering me. Like, at least at the mall, I mean, you had to like get in your car or get on a bus, and you had to like get to the mall like to come physically bother me at my store where I worked. But man, when literally just any idiot that has internet access can just ping, all of a sudden just arrive on your screen in your home. Let's not forget that. In your actual home. Yeah, that's, oh my God. That's terrible on another level. And not only that, but it wasn't even like, sometimes, at the store, if it's really busy, you might help like two people at the same time, or try, you might try your best to help maybe two people at once if you can, with something. But like on home chat, on whatever live chat, it was nonstop, around the clock. Like, if you worked an 8-hour shift, it was no joke. You had no downtime. And it wasn't just one chat at a time, it was two. So you had to be having two separate conversations at the same time. I had to pause the video because the timer went off for me to make my kids mac and cheese. But I think I was talking about having two conversations at once. Right. So you had to be literally helping two people simultaneously buying products, cosmetic products. You can't see them. And everything you say to each other, you have to type out like nicely. And most of the time, you'd recommend something, honestly. The other thing too is like, literally the entire job was just using the filters on Sephora.com to shop for them. You ask some pretty basic questions, and those filters on the side. Well, we just filtered them and then made a suggestion. And then most of the time, they would just tell me it was too expensive. So that was awesome. And then, you had these sales goals where like you had to make like $140 per hour that you worked. So like every hour that you worked, you wanted like two of the people that, a couple of the people that you spoke to spend at least $140 every hour. Like, what? No. People are just buying the ordinary and Inky List. Like, if that, it was a nightmare. I mean, it was never going to happen. It was never going to happen. Like, you would need like a random person to come on and ask you like a random who was probably already intending to buy the Dyson, just come on and ask you like a random question about the Dyson so that you got the sale, and got like a $700 sale for you to, in like a 4-hour shift, for you to ever make $140 average, like per hour average sale. So Um, yeah, needless to say, that was I'm glad that's over. Um, oh, and then I don't even know. Does anybody know if they still do like Sephora home chat, like the live chat on Sephora.com? Because I was on there shopping for the Rouge sale and I didn't see the little chat bubble. I didn't see the little icon. So I had to chat with customer service um, because my birthday's in January and I bought a bunch of stuff in December. So I wasn't going to make a purchase in January and I still wanted my birthday gift. I wanted the points. So I had to chat with them and I asked them, like, oh, I noticed that the live help button is not there anymore. Um, like, does Sephora.com still offer like live beauty help? I think that's what they called it. Yeah, live beauty help. And it was like a really long pause before they answered me. And they were like, "Oh, if you need any help, you can chat with us, and like we can also help you with products too. Customer service, customer service can help me with products. Okay, right. So I think that could mean one of three things. I think that that could mean that there's no more home chat. Like it was a huge operation. I feel like that would be weird that in like less than 6 months after I quit, that like an operation that has been running for years, like several years, would just cease to exist. Like the whole department, like weird. Um, or I don't know, like because when I worked there, like customer service was like a whole different thing. Um, so I don't know if they just made everybody customer service. Like I don't know, but then why would that chat bubble not be there? There were so many people that worked for home chat. Or option three, because I'm a former employee, like did they like block my account from like chatting with home chat for some reason? Like did they have like I don't know. Like did they just block me from being able to like use the live chat feature? I don't know. I kind of like I'm kind of leaning towards that. I'm kind of leaning towards that option. Which I think is so strange, but like, oh, son, can't like tightly with my like this like light shining in my eye. So I mean, it's like how it looks anyway. So I love this eyeliner. This Milk one, Milk Infinity. Excellent for tight lining. Okay. So that's the story with home chat, I guess, or me buying the Sephora collection concealer online and not even being able to do the job I used to do for other people for myself. I really like the concealer though. It's the Best Skin Ever Glow, which Sephora really needed. I don't know if that replaced the Bright Future Serum Concealer, which I also like. If you have dry skin, like a nice kind of like light to medium coverage hydrating concealer that doesn't creak or cake or look dry and cracked is very hard to find. So I do really like the Sephora collection Best Skin Ever Glow with a very tiny amount of the Givenchy Prism Libre setting powder on top. It's a lovely combo. And for me, with the Rare Beauty brightener underneath because I bought the wrong color. Because I have dark circles, and I actually don't think that it looks better when you have dark circles when you go like lighter with your concealer. I just don't think that that looks good. It just kind of makes a third kind of grayish color. So I really do try to just match my skin and neutralize the dark circle a little. Oh well. Okay, well, this happened. That's okay. All right. Well, there she is. I don't really have another lip around, so I'll just put this one on. It's not really what I wanted, though. All right. It's okay, I guess. That's it. God, face got really itchy. It's the standard look. She's basic. She lives here. She's fine with it.